It is, without a doubt, that social media is the current platform for connection, conversation, and interaction in this century. We are constantly reminded by those not heavily influenced by the media, aka mum and dad, that social media is dangerous, unreliable, and manipulative. With this in mind, plus the many articles surrounding social media, maybe we should consider the comments made by our parentals. Therefore, we will be delving into the question, is social media bad for society? As Anne Watson discusses throughout her Week 6 lecture, the detrimental effects that align with social media can be broken down into three main categories: physical effects, physical dangers, and social effects. According to the 2017 Census Social Media Report for June, 81% of Australian society spent time on a smartphone and 59% on a laptop. With this dominant number of people who have the technology to access social media, it is likely that negative implications arise from this high percentage. As indicated by Anne Watson on the 29th of March 2018, the physical effects surrounding social media consumption involves learning liabilities, poor physical development, changing personalities, self-esteem problems, misdirected energy, and addiction. Find this hard to believe? Looking directly at the idea of addiction, a documentary conducted by Common Sense Media titled Screenagers indicated that 50% of teenagers are addicted to social media. It was also discussed that this addiction compromises the brain's ability to learn, therefore taking 3 times longer to react and adapt after switching between devices. If you are still listening, finding it hard to believe that social media is bad for society, let's delve into the notion that social media has impacts prompting physical dangers. These physical dangers include predators, reckless behaviour, privacy breaches, and trolling. Having a look at the most obvious danger involved with social media, predators, the use of online platforms such as Tinder has had gruesome impacts on individuals, predominantly women. As discussed throughout the Telegraph News, an article released on the 23rd of January 2018 tells the story of Molly McLaurin, who was stabbed to death after breaking off a relationship with her Tinder date. In conjunction, a second article released by Kylie Lang in 2017 quotes that the average user spends 90 minutes per day on the phone, and this large chunk of time is what caused 28-year-old Angela J to be stabbed 11 times by the man from previous online relationship. Lang continues discussing that the platform Tinder allowed Angela J's stalker to use social media as a way to terrorize women. From these 2 articles alone, it is hard not to see that the rapid evolution of social media is bad and considerably dangerous for society. Moreover, looking at the rising social effects, problems such as replacing offline interactions, harming interpersonal skills, social, culture, and family disconnection are the real concerns that have slowly grown. According to Dana Boyd in It's Complicated, the perception that teenagers prefer computers to real forms of social interaction was a common theme discussed throughout the book, with reference to the idea that addiction is what causes teen obsession to social media. These findings gathered by Boyd collaborate with the findings presented previously by documentary Screenagers. As discussed, the influence social media has on individuals is quite significant, and there are physical dangers and effects as well as social impacts. These behaviours associated with social media can often be described as moral panic. As Eric Guru discusses throughout his book, Moral Panics, the Social Construction of Deviance, he describes moral panic as behaviour of members of society that is thought to be so problematic to others that the evil they do or are thought to do is felt to be so wounding to the substance and fabric of the body social that serious steps must be taken to control the behaviour, punish the perpetrators, and repair the damage. Additionally, Good goes on suggesting that teenagers on social media is risky, and if steps are not taken, we will suffer even graver consequences. Look around, everyone. The evolution of social media is consuming the lives of everyone in this century. The use of a hashtag, a selfie, or a message is used on a daily basis and will continue to grow rapidly. And unfortunately, so will the consequences associated with social media. So, reflecting on the question brought up before, is social media bad for society? Come on, it's hard not to see that it isn't. Maybe we should take the words of wisdom from previous generations and switch off. For the better, of course.